I tell you what, the tabs mods, some of these units are absolutely incredible, from Thor and his hammer Mjolnir to Neptune, Lord of the Ocean, and a glowing trident, which looks like it's pretty dangerous, to the Dark Peasant returned. I don't even know what this man's name is, but he's got a beard and mustache is coming out of his teeth, so you gotta worry about him. We've got, oh my god, is this like Palpatine back in the heyday of the Sith? And then the Super Boxer, Leonidas, and the Void Archer. Do you ever just think to yourself, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope? Because today what we're going to be doing is just testing out some of these amazingly powerful, some might even be a little overpowered units in the game. Are they invincible? Some of them sure seem to be. Look at that, Obi-Wan with some moves. So we've got a little epic battle of history right here. Leonidas versus, oh god. Is this Obi-Wan or is this just a regular Jedi? Because I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi would not be defeated by Leonidas. But he's only $1,000, so this seems to be even, right? If we had two Obi-Wan Kenobis, the Clone Wars is happening again, I guess. And Obi-Wan has been cloned, right? So he goes to Kamino, he's like, hey, oh my god, Leonidas. Now there are two of them! Oh, we missed a really good opportunity for a prequel meme. I have brought shame upon my family. Okay. 4 Obi-Wans slash Jedis versus 1 Leonidas. There's only one left, but you know what? There you have it. Look at that swipe. So here we go. Jedis are supposed to be able to block incoming projectiles. So let's try it with, the age-old weapon of the bow and arrow. Are you guys... Oh my god, these guys are Jedi Knights. They're not Padawan apprentices. They're not younglings. You know they'd be younglings, because if they were, you'd see Anakin hiding in the shadows like, just tell me, come on, give me the word, execute Order 66. Oh god, look at that. Okay, so, I mean, if you watch the Battle of Geonosis, you know that, like, Jedis will eventually die to projectiles. So it is kind of cool that we've got this really cool-looking Obi-Wan Kenobi unit. And I don't entirely know what's happening right now, but they... This has got to be the silliest thing I've ever seen. That guy has an arrow sticking out of his kidney, and you're like, how? How does that happen? The man has a lightsaber. What's up with that? Well, they're not the most graceful of units, it seems. What about incoming spears, right? So these are the wild men. This is... all of the factions have been modded, so some of the units we're going to see... Here we go. Do they block them? Yes, they do. Now, we still don't have anything in tabs where you can deflect the incoming projectiles, whether they be musket balls or spears or arrows. They don't really go back towards the enemy. Oh, okay, they're living up to their name of the Wild Men because they're entering melee combat now. They're still throwing, and all of the Jedis are still alive. I cannot believe, if these are Obi-Wan clones, then my guess is that that has to hurt. Is they're not as smart as, like, Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, I've never really tried the rocks either. Okay, so now they're not boulder throwers. They're, okay, they look like they grew in size. They're unable to block the rocks. So these Jedis are getting wrecked. Wait a minute. I wish we could recreate the Battle of Geonosis. Now, this unit's called Triarii, which is a Roman unit. But aren't these Equites instead? I thought Triarii are the guys with spears on foot, not the ones on the horses. Either way, we've got some pretty cool looking Roman soldiers. Are you okay with that? And they're $1,300 a pop. So I'm thinking a Saracen pike wall. Spears versus spears. Now that's $10,400 of horse-backed units versus a bunch of dudes with pointy sticks. Well, I guess everybody here's a dude with pointy sticks. So let's see. I gotta tell you, these horses run so slow, they get no, like, charge bonus. But then again, this isn't Total War. This is totally accurate war. Totally accurate battles. And, wow, the Triarii are incredibly awesome. So even though they didn't have the best velocity when they clashed into them, here we go. We're gonna have even amounts and see what happens, because that's about as good as it can get. 10,320 versus $10,400. So it's the slowest clash in history of a cavalry charge. They're taking, you know, some plays out of William Wallace's playbook, and look at this, man. I don't care how strong you are. They're getting absolutely wrecked and pushed back, and they got wrecked. Okay, now what if we did a Jedi Charge? We can afford 10 Obi-Wan Kenobis, aka Jedi Knights. All right, $10,000 of Jedi Knights. I wish there was like, it'd be kind of cool to have like different Jedis, right? Like, I'm surprised there's no Darth Maul. Remember when we had the Neon faction and there was a Darth Maul, kind of like it was a dude with a double lightsaber? Jeez, looked like he got stabbed in the eye very lightly and he went down. Ooh, Spartans? Yes, sir. So while Leonidas may have been king of the Spartans, you know, had a pretty good run until he met the Persians, eventually the Hellenic world, the Greek world, was conquered by the Macedonians of Alexander the Great, and he used pikes. So what we have here is some Spartans. These guys are Spartan captains. They throw their spears, and they're pretty good. And these guys, I don't know, these are very, very large swords. So let's see just how good the Spartans are against the Macedonian pike phalanx, and here's your answer. Not very good. Hold on. The man has armpit hair. That is just hilarious. Not too many units have armpit hair, but he sure does. Oh, wow. Okay, but while the Macedonians conquered the Hellenic world, there was eventually the Romans. Now, they introduced the Legion, and here is probably some of the coolest Roman-looking units. So I'm actually kind of curious to see if these guys throw their spears at all, or if they just kind of like, because they got their pilum, and these are supposed to be throwing spears. So let's see what happens when spear meets spear. Now they've got their shields already as well. That guy just got trucked like 20 feet, and maybe it's more like 8 feet, but it sure seemed like a lot. And here we have Alexander the Great with his cavalry sword versus a Roman centurion. Oh man, he's giving the pointy end, and you hate to see it. Oh my God, are you serious? Alexander the Great is just, he's undefeated, which is historically accurate. Not necessarily totally accurate. I'll show you totally accurate. Totally accurate is when you grab a modded unit that you have no idea what it is or what it does. He just has a very ominous face and an ominous name. He is known as a Shapeshifter. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. Are they gonna like convert into a different unit? Oh my God, they do. Okay, he just turned, this one turned in, oh my God, he turned into a super boxer. Who's this guy? Mr. Raptor Chieftain? This guy's a rock thrower, so he's just turning into a unit now. Will they turn into different ones, or are they all dead? Okay, we've got to see what these Shapeshifters units do, because let's give them an easier army. A bunch of gatherers with sticks. Yeah, you won't be too intimidated. A bunch of dudes with little squirrel necklaces come out with a bunch of sticks. So I think the idea, this guy costs $2,000, is he can turn into any unit, but it's random, right? Okay, so here we go. We've got a Ura, we've got a Void Archer, which is one of the modded units. We've got the King. This looks like a modified Berserker. Oh my goodness. It's One Punch Man. Okay, game over, man. That's the thing. If you turn into One Punch Man, it's flat out over. But what does the Void Archer do? So if you have a bunch of shieldy boys against projectiles, generally what will happen, even against the powerful Chuko News, is they're going to be able to close the gap. And they're going to just start smashing up the range units, right? So that was even amounts, and you can just see that the shield guys, they're a little bit modified, aren't they? But these guys are called Void Archers, and they almost remind me of the Avengers, at least in how they look. They kind of look like ninjas, right? So Void Archers, I'm not entirely sure. Are they going to cause black holes? Let's see. Okay, so let's watch very carefully. Oh my God, they do create black holes. I forgot that there was like true black holes in the game. Oh my God, do you think one Void Archer can take all these? Like, they cost 2,500. So let's see if one Void Archer firing black holes at a giant formation of shieldmen, which are modified. Oh, it breaks their formation, it sucks them all together and just destroys them by the concussive force. Look at that. Oh my God, this guy's amazing. All right, so the army that seems to just be completely OP so far is Alexander the Great's Pike Phalanx. So one Void Archer. Oh my God, yes, so that guy got hit. Yet somehow, is he dead? Because he's holding on to his spear. Hold on, I know we're supposed to be watching the battlefield. He is alive. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. Pikemen are really good. So let's see just how strong. Well, someone's got to get up there and stab him, which doesn't look like it's happening. Alexander the Great is getting sent into black hole after black hole. And this guy holding his spear like a derp. Oh, the Void Archer got sucked into his own black hole. He died. Let's see if we can see his eyes. Yeah. He's putting his hands up. So in the old school Tabs, we're talking Tabs Alpha, there was the Super Boxer. He had glowing boxer gloves. There was like the Super Peasant, the Super Boxer, and the Dark Peasant were like the ultimate units. Neon Faction had some pretty amazing ones as well. I'm actually kind of surprised that we don't have any Neon Faction. Regardless, before you fight a true Phalanx, you're gonna have to fight the cheap poor man's Phalanx, which is a bunch of farmers with pitchy forks. And it looks like the Super Boxer isn't as super as his predecessor, but he sure is able to knock these guys out. It's just a little bit slower, it looks like. Man, you remember when we had the Trump and Hillary models where Hillary was shooting emails as like ninja stars? So the Super Boxer looks pretty impressive, but ultimately gets chopped down by an equal amount, almost. Now, who is Neptune? Neptune looks like he should be able to summon like a Kraken or like a bunch of, like use a bunch of waves or something like that. Like you'd think the Lord of the Ocean, but he's just got a glowing pitchfork. Or trident, I guess, is more appropriate. See, this is the funny thing. When you're a poor farmer, it's a pitchfork. But when you're the god of the ocean, it's a trident. It seems a little bit unfair, right? But I guess life is a little bit unfair. God versus man, who's gonna win? He's got some kind of a tornado attack where he spins it around. No special abilities other than the fact that he's a god. So Neptune is pretty cool because that gives us more gods. He's the Roman god of the ocean. There's Poseidon, who's the Greek god of the ocean. Once more, furthering the divide between Romans and Greeks in totally accurate battle simulator. He does fall. Okay. Maybe it was the odor of this guy's armpit that knocked him out. But that was $4,500 of Roman god, a Roman deity. What is this? Wait a minute. So this guy's called the Sword Master. This is $4,000 of mastery of swords. And this is what $4,000 of just regular dudes with swords look like. So let's see who's gonna come out on top. Okay, wait a minute. He, teleported, and we have the Sandman, the Boogeyman, left behind. He teleports in. It's hard to tell where his hands are. Okay, so he's got twin swords and, oh God, this guy's gonna take it, oh, right into the chest. He's actually still alive. Hold the phone? How is that even possible? So they're not going down to these teleporting swords. I mean, they are. Some of them are. I don't know how that man survived because that looked like it must have hit a major organ, but somehow. Now, this is in real time and the Sword Master is just incredibly fast. So here's the thing. To master all of the swords, to be named the Sword Master, one must simply, he's gonna have to beat all the swords there are in the game. So here's $4,000 of fencers versus a Sword Master. I think we have a decent idea of who's gonna win this one. Okay, somehow he died. Hold on. I was just about to say, like, the Sword Master can't be defeated. Like, what is up? Come on, Swordy Master. Oh my, wait. Okay, we did nothing differently. Thanos did nothing wrong. We did nothing differently. Yet, the Sword Master won handily the second time and got absolutely wrecked the first time. And he wins again. And look at those eyes, man. That's some creepy stuff. If you see him on the battlefield, run. And then ask yourself, why are you on the battlefield in the first place? Oh, no way. These guys, like, this isn't what the samurai normally looks like, right? They don't normally wear these kind of hats. This is the modified samurai, I think. Or my memory is just downright terrible. So he seems to be doing pretty good, avoiding just getting absolutely wrecked, shooting swords left, right, and center. Oh, you gotta love the sound. Look at that, man. Okay, so this is a very, very dangerous foe, but it gets me curious about a sword caster versus sword masters. So you can see that the sword caster eventually learned, maybe he found a key, I don't know where, maybe in a cave somewhere, and he got all of his glowing swords. He decided to take two and then make a giant crown out of them. So who's gonna win, 4 sword casters or 1 sword master? One of these swords is sticking in his rumpus. Probably doesn't feel too good. Oh my God! What exactly just happened? Okay, all of a sudden, like, he wasn't even there, and they just all died. This is some wild stuff, man. Okay, we're gonna see this in slow motion because he hits that one. He's not even dead. Oh, that guy just got hit by like, okay. Maybe as he gets close. What? They're missing with their swords a lot of times. The Swordmaster got to be one of the coolest ones, I think. Okay, so he hits him, and oh, we saw that. He teleported behind him and destroyed him. Okay. Swordcaster loses to Swordmaster. Now, I think we've done the Renaissance. Who is left? I guess we've got Skellies. All right, 4,000 and Skellies versus the Swordmaster. How does one beat these OP units? I don't know. Oh my God, it's just breaking bones everywhere. We know how this one's gonna win. And then there's Thor. Oh God. So these are medieval champions. They look like the knights and they're on armored horseback. And these guys look pretty impressive. Over here, we have Thor, God of the Lightning. Okay, so Mr. Thor, what are you gonna do? Okay, you're gonna jump at the horseman. I wish you would have used your hammer and hit him with an uppercut and knock that man's head and helmet straight off. Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say, Thor's gotta have some lightning abilities, right? We've used Thor before, and there have been a number of different versions of Thor. This one seems to be classic Norse mythology as opposed to like maybe Avengers, although there's definitely a lot of similarities there. Okay, red victory. Yeah, if lightning bolt is just coming from everywhere, probably everybody's dead except the guy who like summoned it, because look at this, man. This does not look pleasant. If he did survive, ouch. These guys are called gladiators, and this is the biggest sword I think is in the game right now. So that's just hilarious. Like, what are you supposed to do with a weapon that unwieldy? Like, they're swinging and missing half the time trying to hit Thor. They're hitting each other. Their swords are just so grossly large. And not in charge. Thor, come on, man. I want to see Thor with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker. It's just got a really nice ring to it, doesn't it? Especially if you say it. Whoop, Thor, where'd you go? Stormbreaker. And he did. Ignis Sword. Who is Ignis Sword? Whoa, is he on fire? Hold on. These guys look like they're on fire? Or there's a match around and they're farting a lot. I don't entirely know which one it is. So these Ignis Sword guys, they're what? Just armored with twin swords? And, okay, they do have fire effect. Thor is burning. Thor is on fire. He's still surviving, though. He is Thor. He's a god. He's a deity. Oh, what a knockout. All right. And then there's Saitama. So he's 50,000 bucks. Now, what's going to defeat him? My first thought is the simple, just have so many guns. So he's got $50,000. Well, I'm going to get $50,000 worth of guns, darn it. And you can't stop me. Don't try to stop me. Oh my God, there's no way. There's just no way he's gonna be able to withstand this much firepower. Mr. One Punch Man, are you ready to get shot by... Wait a second. 200 muskets? I don't care who you are. You're not ready. You're not ready to deal with firepower of this magnitude. So let's see. He doesn't even like... He just kind of flies. Kind of hovers. Glides across. Okay. That was a really good hit. Whoa. What just... Something punched me, man. All right. Now, there is a little bit of friendly fire happening over here in the musket line, but One Punch Man did make it, and every time he punches, it's like the reverse of a black hole. It's just like a nuclear bomb going off. Oh! Yeah. Did you see the bodies fly? You want some fireworks, and you want those fireworks not to explode, instead be bodies? Well, bring in One Punch Man, my friends. I don't think he can ever die. Has anyone ever killed this man? We gotta decide, like, give me some challenges and some ideas on how to kill him. How should we try to kill One Punch Man? Because that would be a pretty cool video. Oh my God. Oh my God, he almost died, but then he didn't. No freaking way. I was like, give me ideas on how to kill him. And then I felt like we were about to witness him dying. But he just keeps getting up and wrecking these idiots. Who brought these guys? Da Vinci? Where is Da Vinci? Who is Da Vinci? No, I'm not talking about Leonardo da Vinci. I'm talking about totally accurate Da Vinci. Look at it. He's slapping these guys around. He's slapping them down with his dead brethren. Well, that was more of like a thrust, wasn't it? Oh, okay. This is that man's body. He got this far. Once you die in tabs, the last unit, it stops. He got punched so fast. His leg contorted. Oh, that's gotta hurt, first off. So, I don't know how to kill this man. What's a Highlander? Well, the Jedis are back, and it looks like we're fighting the Sith, except the Sith are Scottish. They're wearing kilts, and they've got some French swords. This is not a Highlander sword. Highlanders would have Galloglass. They have a big, giant, two-handed beast that is unwieldy to bear, but it looks like they're not having a problem dealing with these Jedis. And by not having a problem, I mean some of them did die, but you know, they killed some of them too. I always love when a unit just derps out and like forgets how to use his weapon properly. Because he's like, physics can sometimes go awry. But these Highlander units, they're Scottish, even though they look rather French to me. Let's put some shapeshifters in here. Because eventually, like, statistically speaking, one of these guys is going to turn into One Punch Man. And he will destroy the world. It sucks, though, when, like, you turn into... Okay, we do have a Monkey King, which is nice. A little bit of, you know, mythology here. All right, let's try it again. Come on, shapeshifters, give us something good. Let's see, what does it look like when they convert? Okay, so we got a Lady Red Jade. We got some kind of a skeleton archer. He's already dead. We've got a Ulra, a catapult, and these guys haven't converted yet. Okay, that looks like a Roman soldier. And who is the skeleton dude? All of them are dead. All right. We're doing best out of 5. Come on, man. You got to turn into an OP unit. That'd be cool. Oh my God, we've got the Juggernaut. Okay, yeah, the Juggernaut's pretty good. We made a video on him and he's dead. Oh my God. How many freaking shapeshifters do you need to win? Let's do them against regular soldiers because Highlanders are pretty OP, I think. So we'll go with regular swordsmen, just a bunch of knights. And there's 14,000, so I'm gonna do $14,000 of knights. And by knights, I mean swordsmen because they didn't go to knight school. Okay, that's cool. We've got, I don't know who this is. Oh, is this Ares? Okay, we got Ares, God of War. We got Neptune. I think this is going to be it. I think this is where the shapeshifters finally show that they're worth a darn to get in this game. And that sometimes you'll spawn in the God of War himself. Yeah. And a giant mammoth that'll soak up a lot of attention. All the rest of the units are dead except for Neptune over here fighting a good fight. But remember, he's a god. There's 2 gods and an animal from like that, you know, survived the dinosaurs. Okay, Neptune's dead. Mammoth is here. Ares is also here. Mammoth just died. Oh God. Ares, come on, dude. You gotta make it. You gotta make it so shapeshifters are actually decent. Shapeshifters, one of the coolest units. Because of what it can do. It reminds me of the Summoner. So anyway, leave your challenges, custom battles, and mod suggestions in the comments below. And one of the things that I'd really love to do is get your ideas on how to kill. What do you think it's going to take to kill One Punch Man? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.